Cryptocurrency and the traditional financial system. One is over 100 years old, the other is merely 15 years old. But yet we already see major differences, not just in the obvious, which is the technology, but also as far as the inflation, centralization, and the trust is concerned. So in today's video, we're going to touch base on the differences between the cryptocurrencies, digital ledger technology, and the blockchain versus the traditional finance as we know it today. During this video, I want to highlight how our traditional financial system works in contrast to the cryptocurrencies. And then we will zoom in to the top two cryptocurrencies, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we will highlight how they are faring compared to the current fiat system. And then, of course, we will look at the mechanisms, which is the economics of those two different blockchains. And I'll highlight what I see is actually a masterpiece of an economic system, and it's so much more superior in contrast to the current fiat system that we have. I'm really looking forward to break this down and go through all this with you. Let's start right away. Currently, we are witnessing a lot of innovations in different business segments across different industries, and the new technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning are changing the way we accomplish things today. And in the future, these are expected to become even more dominant. The financial technology domain has also got its own share of innovations. The cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology, as mentioned earlier, are the most important inventions in the financial sector. And the automated cryptocurrency trading platform such as Uniswap is revolutionizing the way people are trading online. Thanks to these technologies, the new category of financial products and investments such as the digital assets, decentralized finance, and the NFTs are increasingly gaining on popularity. Like I said in this video, we're going to draw a contrast between the traditional financial system and the cryptocurrency. The traditional financial system consists of banks and financial institutions. The major difference that stands out between the traditional finance and the cryptocurrency are the level of control or centralization. Banks centrally control the traditional transaction system, whereas no such control is identified in the cryptocurrency. The whole system of cryptocurrency works on a blockchain technology, which is a decentralized technology, signifying there are no third-party interference. With the cryptocurrency, your transactions are completely free from any third-party interference, which gives you complete freedom over your financial assets. The nature of the cryptocurrency transactions and its technology processes transactions much faster than the traditional payment system. This aspect is particularly relevant when you have to send money overseas. In this case, we don't have to worry about the typical issues that we encounter in the traditional banking system, where it is extremely slow, no banking holidays, no scheduled maintenance, and no banking hours at all. So besides the lower fees, the faster transaction, no banking holidays, you can trade and send funds across borders anytime, any day of the year. Those are the most obvious aspects of it. Now, if we look at fiat in isolation, the current fiat system was a house of cards from day one. It was built to fail. It's over 50 years now since the end of the gold standard. That was back in August 1971 when the President Richard Nixon unpegged the US dollar from gold. Since then, all fiat currencies have become extremely inflationary for a simple reason that these nation states are now able to print their fiat currencies at their own discretion without having to worry about being pegged to gold as it was before. So these fiat currencies are extremely inflationary. And we also witness how since 1971, the US dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power. To make it even more clearer, like we discussed, the only thing we have with the traditional system is trust. Trust in a centralized entity. And this trust has been reducing from year to year. As we see here, this is a chart of trust in governments. This is back from 2022. As you see, the number one country that the citizens trust the government is Switzerland with an 83.8%. And as we go to the US, we see that only 31% of the population has trust in the government. With this current monetary system, we have inflation since since depegging of the gold standard 1971. We have a monetary system that is based on trust and a currency that has lost 98% of its purchasing power since 1971. The US right now, the population only has a 31% trust in the government, with the leaders being Switzerland, Luxembourg, and Finland. And I'll put this in the link below so you'll be able to go through your nation and have a better idea. But what we see here is that the population doesn't have much trust in the government, and the traditional financial system is based on trust, control and centralization, and inflation. Those are the items that we've been given, and that fiat currency is not backed by anything anymore. So the current nation states can print as much as they want. That causes all this inflation that is plaguing the entire industry and that is collapsing the current financial system. This is a backstory, and it's important to understand because this is now a building block. Let's move forward now from this. This is the fundamental to understand what's actually going on. Now, this leads us now to cryptocurrency. What works great for cryptocurrency is the exact opposite. And I'm going to highlight Bitcoin and Ethereum to really drive home the point that this blockchain technology is the future. It's a much more superior technology that is going to move us forward. I need to tell you this. We are at the cutting edge time, like we were back 30 years ago in the times when the internet just revolutionized. That's the time we're in. But this time it's not the internet. It is building on top of the internet. And we are in a digital era right now. And we are very early at this stage, and we need to take advantage of this. So now with the cryptocurrency, it's the exact opposite. Through the digital ledger technology, also known as blockchain technology, we don't need to trust a controlling and centralized institution because the smart contracts will execute whatever it was intended to do. So it's a trustless technology. Secondly, with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm going to break them down individually. The first one is a store of value that has a limited supply of 21 million, and its economic system is fairly simple. Every 4 years, it goes through a cycle. That cycle is called Bitcoin halving. What happens is, like the name suggests, the output of the miners are being halved every 4 years per block, and that usually causes a squeeze in price as the demand remains the same or increases, but the output is less, and that usually triggers the bull run. And this cycle will continue until the year 2140, when Bitcoin will be fully minted and will reach a total supply of 21 million. That's the economy of Bitcoin. We see how it has a cap. You can't print more of it. So that's Bitcoin. Now, the way Ethereum works, it's more complex and it's ingenious how it works. It is exactly what is needed in this new financial system. It is extremely deflationary. The more you use it, the more it burns. And even though it issues tokens, as you see here, it issues 687,000 ETH a year. However, 1.5 million ETH are being burned yearly. This makes Ethereum extremely deflationary. As of now, there are only 120,397,000 Ethereum remaining, and this number keeps shrinking. And this is the best example if we look at here. In the last 7 days, 13,162 ETH have been issued. However, over 29,000 ETH have been burned, making a supply change of negative close to 16,000 ETH. So that's why you see this graph going all the way down, because it's deflationary and a very attractive investment for institutions. Because here you have an asset that is extremely deflationary. That alone is different from the traditional finance that we know. There's no inflation going on with Ethereum. If you decide to stake your ETH, right now 18.5 million ETH are staked, and those who are staking ETH are earning an APR of 3.9% annually. This makes Ethereum a very attractive investment because, as we know right now in the traditional banking system, for example here, private accounts, we get 0.02%, savings account, we get a 0.18%, and a fixed deposit, we get a 1.19%. So as you see right now, you're better off staking your Ethereum at a 3.9% interest rate on an asset that is deflationary. This is the new financial instrument. This is the new era that we're in. We're looking at how a monetary system was supposed to be in the first place. You want to have a currency that is deflationary. It drops in total supply over time, making the remaining currencies more and more valuable. And the ecosystem works in a way that the more it's being used, the more it burns, and you can stake it. But the issuance of the staking rewards are way less than the burning rate that is happening here. So this is an ingenious mechanism, an ingenious ecosystem that Ethereum is displaying here. This is the most deflationary layer 1 blockchain. And I also have to mention that Ethereum has the most dApps on its blockchain. There are no other blockchain with so many dApps and so many smart contracts on a blockchain like Ethereum. It's the most used platform in the space, and it's only getting more and more with the gaming coming, the NFTs, and all these different cryptocurrencies that are going to get built on top of Ethereum, let alone the layer 2s that are also burning Ethereum on the side. So Ethereum is the way to go. I'm a big proponent. I'm very bullish on Ethereum, and I believe this is how a monetary system should be. This is an ecosystem that is sustainable, that is deflationary, and that is trustless. This is the ultimate financial machine. Now, to summarize what we just discussed, cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology, the major differences are: in traditional finance, we are based on trust. You have to trust the controlling and centralized institutions. The fiats are inflationary. It can be printed more and more, causing inflation. And it's been taken from the gold standard since 1971. And since over 50 years now, the US dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power. The blockchain doesn't need any trust since it has smart contracts in place. Like we saw, both Bitcoin and Ethereum are not inflationary. Bitcoin has a cap of 21 million. Even though it issues Ethereum, it burns more than double of what it issues. It is the ultimate financial system that is deflationary. The more you use the platform, the more it burns. And this is the technology that we're looking at that is here to stay. It is much faster, cheaper, and you can transact Monday to Sunday, 24/7, 365. No banking hours, no banking holidays to be considered, at a much cheaper rate. So community, I want to encourage you that we are into a technology that is already revolutionizing the way the traditional financial system has been for over a century now, and it's failed us miserably. The monetary system is based on printing money, causing inflation, and we have to blindly trust a controlling and centralized entity that we don't even trust. This is where we are today. The digital ledger technology, also known as the blockchain technology, is here to stay. It is more efficient, it is cheaper, it is faster, and is not restricted by any time frames. It has no limitations, no control or centralization. We don't have to worry about any intermediaries. And with this new technology, it is trustless. You are your own custodian, you are your own bank, and you can take back the control of your own assets. This is the message for today, is to just show you how important the economic fundamentals are. And in Bitcoin and Ethereum, I was able to highlight the strengths of the digital ledger technology, also known as the blockchain technology. Cryptocurrencies are here to stay. The digital ledger technology is far more superior than the current financial system, and its fiat currencies that are highly inflationary have been failing us and are just at the brink of collapse. So this is the message for today. I hope this was informational to you. I wish everybody a wonderful rest of the day. And as always, let's keep in touch.